Ever had one of those days where nothing seems to go right and you just can't shake off that feeling of frustration or exhaustion? And you might think it's just one of those unproductive days, but what if I told you that every day can be a great day, and the reason behind these not so perfect days is just some of these morning habits, and if we learn to be aware of them and change them, we can have a great day every day. Hello and welcome back to the Life Startup. I'm Dr. Ketaki, and on this channel I share evidence-based personal growth tips to help you be more productive and live a happier and more peaceful life. And today we have a topic that hits close to home for a lot of us because, let's face it, the way we start our mornings decides the tone for the rest of the day. There are things you can do to make your mornings great, and there are also things you should avoid doing if you want to have a great day ahead. It is said that we make around 35,000 conscious decisions a day, and that's not surprising. Have you ever found yourself spending a lot of time deciding what to wear, deciding what to eat, and making a long to-do list for the day? I definitely do that sometimes, and in addition to wasting my time, it's also quite exhausting mentally. You know how some of the most successful people in the world wear the same clothes every day? They do it to preserve their mental energy and save it for the really important decisions. Research indicates that the more decisions you make in a day, the more mental fatigue you will experience. And this is something called as decision fatigue. Studies have shown that as your mental energy decreases throughout the day, due to making countless decisions, you become less efficient and more prone to making impulsive or poor choices. But I'm certainly not saying that you should wear the same type of clothes every day. And I know I can never do that because, first of all, that's quite boring. And also because I noticed that the type of clothes that you wear impacts your mood. The basic idea behind decision fatigue is that you should make your most important decisions earlier in the day and the least important ones later in the day. For example, you can decide what you're going to wear the night before. You can plan out your meals for the week so you don't have to think about what to make every day. Another thing I've talked about in my other videos is blocking time on Google Calendar so that you will know what you're supposed to do each day. And if you haven't watched it, here is an example. So here I have created an ideal week on Google Calendar and set it on repeat. This is created after I prioritized the things that I need to do in my life, and then I block time for everything in a week. This way you don't have to decide every single day what you're gonna do that day. It's quite time consuming to make a to-do list every single day. So this is so much easier, and if you have to make some minor adjustments, you can do that in the Google Calendar. If you're one of those who set alarms in the morning, hitting snooze button can be really tempting, but you will never do it again when you realize that the 5 or 10 minutes of sleep that you get in the morning is not productive at all. When your alarm goes off and you decide to snooze, you're sending mixed signals to your body. Your body is starting to prepare itself to wake up, but when you hit snooze, it has to go back to sleep, like it is forced to go back to sleep. And this creates something called as sleep inertia. Researchers have found that this sleep inertia can last anywhere from a few minutes to several hours, making you less alert and focused in the morning. Other than that, hitting the snooze button is quite annoying for the person sleeping next to you, because if you don't want to wake up at that particular time, why do you even set so many alarms? Like, it's so annoying. I think we all know who this message is for. So if you have this habit, you're not just ruining your day, but other people's day as well. There are effective strategies that can help you break this snooze button habit. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even if it sounds boring, it will help you regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to wake up. Another tip is to place your alarm clock or phone out of your reach. This forces you to physically get out of bed to turn it off, and once you're up, it's much easier to resist the temptation to get back into bed. This is also beneficial for another reason. Most of us have this habit of checking their phone immediately after getting up. I'm no exception because it's just so tempting when your phone is right there. But I came across research that says that this habit can have a significant impact on your morning mood and productivity, because it can increase your stress levels. Additionally, the blue light that is emitted by our phone's screen can interfere with our body's natural wake-up process. It can disrupt your circadian rhythm, which is a natural internal process that regulates the sleep-wake cycle. It's your body's internal biological clock, and this clock is related to external cues like light and darkness. It doesn't just affect your sleep-wake cycle, but also your digestion, your hormones, your immune system. That's why it's a good idea to keep your phone out of your reach for at least the first 30 minutes of your day. Like I've said in most of my videos, I believe that it's much easier to form new habits than to break old ones. Use this time for a calming activity like meditation, journaling, or stretching. Speaking of things not to do in the morning, raise your hand if you've ever been in a race against time to get ready in the morning. You know, when you create a really nice morning routine with meditation, journaling, exercise and stuff like that, it can sometimes consume a lot of your time and then you have to rush for work. And there's some fascinating research about why rushing in the morning can be detrimental. When you rush through your morning routine, it can lead to increased stress levels and a sense of chaos that lingers throughout the day. One study found that people who felt rushed in the morning had higher cortisol levels than people who did not. And we definitely don't need any more stress in our lives. So one thing that helped me is that I started getting up a little bit earlier to allow that time for my morning routine. And that really changed the way I felt throughout the day. Another thing most people are not aware of is what they're thinking when they start their day. Negative thoughts in the morning can be more influential than you might imagine. Studies have shown that starting the day with negative thoughts can make you experience more negative emotions, and that can affect your mood and decision making throughout the day. One research finding that stands out is the concept of emotional contagion. This means that your emotional state can affect those around you and potentially spread negativity to your friends, family, and colleagues. And I definitely would not want to do that. I think it's worse than spreading diseases. That's why morning routines are so powerful, and I've shared an evidence-based morning routine in this video here. So do check that out. And when you do these things in the morning, it kind of guarantees that you will have a great day ahead. Because in the morning our brain is really receptive to new information. So you'll be more in control of your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. So are you guilty of any of these habits? And if you are, I hope you're ready to make a change. If you need my help in creating a morning routine for yourself, just comment below and I'm ready to help you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.